Coach Greg checking in, and it is early, but not as early as it normally is. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I am streaming. I don't know if you're getting the audio. Hopefully, you are. I wanted to just check in with everybody and see how you're doing. Do a quick one today because we are doing we're having a pretty momentous day here, and that is regards to CWF. So today is Saturday. The gym move is happening, so that's pretty awesome. So we're going to be moving some equipment into the Warrior Dungeon, the Warrior Cave over at my home. So that's a pretty cool thing because it's going to make the lives, a little bit more, I would say, full featured for the clients that are training and seeing me at home. Obviously, it's a great boost for them because they get a lot more equipment. And then for those of you that are catching the classes live, you'll get a chance to also, get a little bit more variety as far as equipment. And those that are training with me virtually also have a little bit more variety. And obviously for myself, creating content and whatnot, it's going to be great to have, all of that stuff there. So pretty excited about that. As we're seeing people hop on here. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, Coach Greg checking in. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm always curious about when I do lives from the car because of if I'm using GPS or something, like, does that mess with the signal, or if that, if everything is coming through okay. But yes, the move is going to be pretty awesome. It's later today around noon. I'm going to be there for a little bit, supervising a little bit, and then pretty excited for our friends too, because they get a chance to purchase some equipment from us, which I think is going to help them and they're Warriors. They have a great facility, and hopefully the equipment will be there for years to come. So that's part of I guess that's one of the things I wanted to think about today, is kind of how there's really nothing in life that's constant except change. And if you resist change, you tend to have a tough time. And if you're somebody who kind of goes with the flow, you end up having, I think, a much more enjoyable and smooth ride overall. Hey, what's happening? How's it going? Anybody who's on right now, can you hear me? Is everything okay? Send me a thumbs up if you can, or just in the chat, because it's one of the things that I'm always worried about. Good. Okay. Awesome. It's a quick morning session. Obviously no workout at the moment, but anybody that has questions, it's like an MAA. Ask me anything, but usually fitness related. So we'll be happy to have you guys pop those questions in. We're driving. I'm going back home. Dropped off some friends at the airport and cool stuff. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Amanda? We are talking about kind of what's happening with the gym. So we're going and we're moving some of the equipment back to my home base. So those of you that have been following the lives, I think you'll start to see finally, after all these, because I know I've been promising this for weeks, but there have been some delays. Now finally with the move is happening, so that's pretty cool. And thank you for the sub. You are awesome. Sports Gamer 2000. Let's go. 2000. I love it. Where are you guys checking in from, or where are you watching from? I'm curious. Also, let's see. One of my friends, let me see, till a few minutes ago. Oh, okay, nice. Cool. So those of you that are joining, obviously we're not doing a workout at the moment. Normally on Saturday mornings, we have the boot camp. Today is a little bit different. Today is all about kind of the move. So gym equipment's being moved to my home from our gym, and that'll hopefully help everybody have a much more awesome live session. Those of you that check in on the workouts, plus it'll be more of a full featured gym, so people that are in the area will also be able to check in, which is awesome. We're moving. That's a good question. Thanks. So the gym that we were at is in Palatine, Illinois. and I live out in Wakanda, Illinois, not to be confused with Wakanda Forever, but I always like to say it is. And so I'm just taking some of the equipment back home, and then some of the equipment our friends are buying, so it's going to stay in their home gym in Palatine. We were there for a few years, and I'll still continue to train clients there. I love seeing our friends, and it's a great location, but we don't have a regular lease anymore, so we're kind of just like by the hour as far as renting space, because eventually I think we'll want to go back to having our own place, but a smaller place, which is a little bit more affordable. But yeah, it kind of is, it speaks to the theme of the day, which is, not resisting change. Change will happen. That's fine. It's part of life, especially when you're an entrepreneur. There's stuff that will go exactly how you planned, and then there's a lot of stuff that will go not exactly how you planned. So it kind of gives you a chance to, see how flexible you are, and, how quickly you can adjust. So, I mean, that's a great lesson for life. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. How are you guys doing? What's happening with you guys? I'm more curious about what might be happening with our warriors there that are watching, or any questions. Anybody have any questions on health and fitness? Obviously it's summer, at least summer where, in our part of the world. Does anybody have any plans for, getting back into fitness, or if you already are super fit, maybe doing a particular program? Hopefully you guys are staying active. But yes, as I wait for the questions to pop in, feel free to send a thumbs up and subscribe. Always helps us out. We'd love to be, able to reach out as many people as possible and help out, and let's see, what's a good workout? Hey, good question. Well, it depends kind of what your goal is. One of my favorite types of workouts is outdoor boot camp. Something where, I'm able to do cardio and strength at the same time. So one of my favorite types of workouts would be to go outside and go for a run. Let's say, like a mile or something. And then after a mile, do some sort of warrior circuit, push-ups, pull-ups, squats, burpees, maybe some martial arts techniques, and then back to running, do another mile, or, something where you're keeping the heart rate elevated, but you're also pushing your muscles. So I always like to do those. It's not that one is, the best workout, there's different types, but it's good to vary, what you're doing, so that way your body doesn't get used to the same thing over and over. But that's a great workout. If, you don't like traditional gym workouts, it's awesome to be able to play some sports with friends. If you're a fan of, let's say, tennis or soccer or football, or, anything that gets you sweaty and, and you're feeling, like you're doing some good activity. Some people like to, do some sparring. They're into martial arts. That's like one of their best types of workouts, because it trains your hand-eye coordination and it's cardio. For some, it's a little bit too intense, too violent. They'll go for a swim, something like that. Hey, what's going on? Clem the Fox. Awesome. Hello. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a great start to your Saturday. Anybody have any plans for today as far as workouts or activity? If so, drop it in the comments. And obviously, if you have any questions on something fitness related, I would be happy to help out. So still got a few minutes here before I arrive home. So yeah, the theme of today's live is just going along with the flow. So if I can give you any of you all some tips as far as being an entrepreneur, I got into business with pretty much no experience as a business owner, and I did some things right, and then many things I learned by making mistakes, which is not great. So if I can give any bit of advice, it's really study. If you're going to go into having your own business, whatever it is, it could be, starting a gym like I did with my brother, or it could be, hey, I want to be a full-time streamer. I want to do game streaming. I want to do, movie reviews. Really, whatever it is that you want to do, you want to study those that have done it and the things that they did to be successful. And also, don't study them as much, like as far as where they are now, but try to find out what they were doing when they were in your shoes, in your position, when it was, all about just starting out, as opposed to being hyper successful and then managing, so many different income streams. It's like, no, we want to get there. We're not there yet. So focus on that part. For me, I did, like I said, something's right. I went and trained at a couple different types of gyms, big box studios, small studios, and I tried to learn as much. So a lot of that and inform my decisions. But on the flip side, there's still a lot of stuff that I should have done more, which was to study a little bit more on the financial aspect, because I didn't go to business school. I went to design and art school. So the business side, it requires a lot of information on money, capital, investment, finding partners, finding angel investors, and all these things. And I certainly have learned along the way, but that came with some mistakes, that's just normal, but when mistakes happen, as they inevitably probably will, you just want to make sure that you don't take it really hard. You kind of just roll with the punches and try to adjust. Case in point, one of the reasons why we're moving out of this awesome space in Palatine is nothing to do with the space or our friends. It's just we didn't budget as well as we could have. We could have done a little bit more research and seen, hey, the rent is fine, but the taxes and the common area maintenance, or otherwise known as CAMs, are a little bit high for us. We're just a two-man team, and even though we were making good sales, it was kind of all going towards taxes and paying those things, and to the point that we're still catching up on some things. And it's just something that if we had spent some time digging into, I think it would have helped prevent that. And maybe we would have went to a smaller space first and then kind of went to a bigger space afterwards. But you live and you learn. So now we're at a point where we're trying to find a more, shall we say, forever home, and something a little bit smaller in the meantime. But that's a good thing for us to do, which is why we're making the move, which is why I'm excited about the move today with the gym equipment. I'll make sure to do a live or two later on, since I won't be doing the traditional workout today, most likely. Maybe we'll do the boot camp tomorrow, special Father's Day boot camp, like we had a Mother's Day boot camp some weeks ago. And yes, I think that'll kind of help keep you guys informed about everything and keep you posted. So yes, awesome to have you guys. Let's see. Basil Brothers, once again, hello. Good to see you, Amanda. Coming on the screen. I appreciate that. It's not a typical stream because normally the stream here is a workout. But if you like the community, you like the energy, please subscribe. Always gives us more energy. And Sports Gamer 2000, that's a great question. The goal for life, if I don't mind me asking, well, that's deep. I think the goal for most, and myself included, is to be happy, right? So being happy, what does that mean? It means something different for everybody. I think for me, I want to be able to feel fulfilled in my spiritual life, my home life, and my professional life. So it's like a three-pronged approach. And I feel very blessed. I feel that I have been able to accomplish a lot. I feel that God has definitely helped me with that. And, obviously I have an amazing family. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my brother, my parents. Everything is really kind of come into its own. And obviously I love doing what I do. So I feel fulfilled. It's just a matter of right now, I want to make sure that I keep the business growing and I can provide and also help as many people as I can with health and fitness and feeling good. And as I learn, I need to teach. I need to share more. That's one thing that I've definitely learned. So I feel like there's many things I've already accomplished. I feel blessed about that, but I also know that I have to keep, trying to push onward so that I'm able to help, more people, and obviously provide the prosperity for my kids, so they will be able to, do what they want to do with their lives. So, and then John 3:16, INRI, fantastic. Yes. Happy blessings to you, my friend. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm going to finish the stream. It's a little bit of a shorter one today. I just got home, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get ready for that move and check in with my family, have some breakfast, get some power for the day. Thank you all. We will check in later as the Warrior Gym is building more and more. So excited to bring those workouts to you guys. Feel it.